Press moved to strip president of power to sack EFCC chairman. Let me read one or two paragraphs here. I've not actually read it, but just the headline. The House of Representatives on Thursday passed for second reading. It has even passed second reading. A bill seeking to amend the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission established Act 2004 to strengthen the agency's independence, enhance operational efficiency, and reduce political interference. Sponsored by Honorable Yusuf Adam Gagdi, APC Plateau. The bill, titled A Bill for an Act to Amend the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Establishment Act 2004 and for related matters, HB 2493, aims to align the EFCC's operations with international anti-corruption standards and modernize its legal framework. Okay, let me read this quote, just these quotes. The existing act does not provide sufficient guarantees for the independence of the commission, exposing it to external interference. Another quote. This amendment will restore public confidence, enhance transparency, and ensure that the EFCC operates as an independent, professional, and transparent institution responsive to modern realities. Barrister, where is this coming from? This is House of Rep. The entire National Assembly is Tinubu's rubber stamp. This, as you and I have always agreed, that this National Assembly is the most corrupt, the worst of the rubber stamp to the executive that we've ever experienced in the history of Nigeria. This is National Assembly that has never opposed anything that Tinubu does. Everything Tinubu sent, every bill or anything all that Tinubu sent to the National Assembly, there was never any of these bills sent to the National Assembly by the president that actually encountered any serious scrutiny, not even iota of scrutiny. Now, this same National Assembly they're trying to go against the president's powers. What do you think is the reason behind this? That is one. Secondly, I don't get it. This is something that is inimical to the president. For president not to have control over EFCC's chairmanship, that is, I don't know who is. What do you think is the reason behind this?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there are two issues. Number one, why the EFCC and not INEC? Because EFCC and INEC are in the same category. They are bodies created by the Constitution that are supposed to be independent, to act independently. But we see in operation that they do not act independently. The most consequential is not even the EFCC, is the INEC, which conducts elections. So if the appointment of the head of an agency by the president makes the president to have overriding influence on that agency, why not tackle the INEC as well? Because the INEC too is appointed by the president. Same circumstance.
Yeah, but in this case, we're talking of EFCC.
Yes, I'm now saying, why not do the same thing for INEC? Why not also take that power from the president for INEC that is more consequential than EFCC? Because
why do you think they're doing it on EFCC and not on INEC?
A lot of these people are facing issues with the EFCC. Akpabio himself is having hundreds of billions of dollars of
yeah, but taking the power. So how does that favor the people, the senators or the legislators that have cases?
Yes, I said two things. The second thing is, who then will be the appointing authority? Because if the problem is that the appointing authority will have influence on the agency, and you want to take it from the president, what is the guarantee that the person you give to appoint will not have the same influence on the agency? Because when you take the appointing power from the president, I can bet you that appointing power will reside in the National Assembly.
My question is, my curiosity. Me, this is more of curiosity to me than, because National Assembly, there's nothing substantive comes out of National Assembly. Nothing. Everything they do at the National Assembly, especially this current National Assembly, all the National Assembly, but especially this one. Honestly,
it will be that
they are always selfish. Me, I want to know what do you think is the reason behind why are they giving time for this to this? I mean, I don't get it. This is something that is detrimental to Tinubu's interest, and we all know that the National Assembly is on Tinubu is in Tinubu's palms.
Well, like I said, this issue has been mooted before, even before Tinubu came to power. During right from I think Jonathan's government, the issue of taking away the appointing power of Efcc from the president has been mooted for a long time. But my problem is,
and this one is not, hold on, Barrister. This is not even talking about, it's talking not even the appointing power. It's talking about the sacking power. The president can appoint, but when it comes to sacking, that's my point. Dismissing the or whatever, the chairman. That is what they are talking about here. The sacking, not the appointment.
The sacking does not confer in law. We used to say that he who has the power to appoint also has the power to fire. To fire. From my own previous understanding, they have always wanted to remove this power of appointment and sacking from the president and put the power in the National Assembly. That has always been my understanding. But it is fraught with the same issue. If the president, because he appoints and has power to sack, can influence the agency, then whoever you give that power to
can do the same thing.
Can do the influence. You have only transferred the influence from the president to that other person. So this thing is neither here nor there. It's not something that we should be wasting time on it. If you were talking about INEC, which conducts election, that is what will alarm the president. If you were say you will take his power of appointment of the INEC chairman and the resident electoral commissioner
and
from the president,
the funniest thing is
that's where the president will be alarmed.
The funniest thing, they are giving this thing time and energy. It has even passed second reading. For it to even get to second reading itself, that means it is a kind of growing
but
teeth.
Still, it still has to be passed and assented to by the president.
Yeah, but for the speaker to even allow this to be talked to be debated, the speaker to allow it to the extent of taking it to the committee level, and now it has passed on to the second reading. It obviously means something is brewing. I don't know why they are doing this, but I'm trying to make sense out of it. But I can't see any rationale behind it. Because just like you noted, if they take the power from the president, obviously the power will rest on someone else. And that person is a human being. With the influence. So definitely the same thing. So that is, I don't know why they are spending our time and money on this. That's a ridiculous issue. All right, Barrister, let's move to the next topic. Let me play this video, and they'll
let me just add one issue on that EFCC saga.
Yes.
Constitutionally, the power to prosecute and terminate prosecution, the highest authority is in the Attorney General of the Federation.
Oh, really?
So to that extent, even the EFCC even the EFCC administratively is supposed to report to the Attorney General. So if no matter what you do, if you do not amend that power of the Attorney General, who is an appointee of the president, has the power to terminate any case that the EFCC has filed in court.
Wow.
He can simply go to court and enter what we call a nolle prosequi, and the prosecutions will stop. He doesn't even have to give a reason for that.
Wow. Wow. So if that is the case, what they are doing, I don't know if there's any sense in it. If the Attorney General actually wields so much power on or over EFCC, it means that obviously what you are saying that the EFCC is like a kind of they are subordinate. Technically, it's a subordinate agency to the Attorney General's office.
Exactly. For the simple fact that the Attorney General can terminate any case that the
Yeah,
EFCC
of course.
has taken to
So what
court.
is if they can render EFCC potent, render them impotent, then what is it? That's another form of power.